Hey, welcome Entrepreneur Dentist. And today is day 6, is huge, really big. This is probably the most important of all of the days that I'm going to do because I'm talking about an org board or org chart and your SOPs. And I find that a lot of people don't have those, but you can't grow and scale until you do these things. You have to put your chart in place so that people know what the positions that they're reporting to and that you have organizational structure. And the SOPs is standardization so that it's not only for the employees to know what they're supposed to do, future employees, if someone gets sick and someone has to come in, they have to have it written out what they're supposed to do. You have to have training. And for compliance, if you're ever sued, they're going to, or if you try to discipline someone and you haven't trained them, and what are you going to train them on? You have to train them on standard operating procedures. They have to be written. You can do videos and have models and so forth, but you have to have it standardized and it has to be documented so that you can have ongoing training. And the board, and I'm going to just show you a couple of my slides here. And this is important. Never write names on the board, only positions, because people come and go. You can fill those positions, but if you put names there, you become people dependent. And you don't want to be people dependent, you're systems dependent, because systems are the solution, not the people. People have great value, but the biggest value is having an organizational structure and standard operating procedures. I think this flies in love with me, excuse me. How to make an org chart. There's a great video here, YouTube. There are quite a few of them, I would imagine. And my advice, when you get ready to, no, I was, anyway, no, my advice on this is 3. It's 3. Just keep it simple. 3 yet 1. 3 yet 1. The whole universe is based on this. 3 yet 1. And I'm going to show you. Like in the CEO. If you're the leader, you're the executive officer, you're the entrepreneur, and you're the CEO. Now, if you operate above this, if you say, well, I'm the owner, well, there's a line here. I should have a line. You're outside of the organization as the owner. Now, you may wear a hat. You might be the CEO. Matter of fact, when you get started, you might be the marketing director, the CEO, the CFO, and operations manager, and so forth. But for sake of argument right now, let's just say you are the owner and you're outside, because you can hire a CEO. You don't have to work in your organization. But if you are that person, you're the CEO, then everything kind of flows from you. And this, keep it simple, 3 yet 1. Your marketing, money, and management. And I swear you can put everything that you're going to do under there somehow. Here we go. And where's my next slide? How to make an org chart in Excel. And I'm going the wrong direction. What is happening here? Hold on. Let me see. Now I'm on SOPs. Okay. I didn't want that. If I try to go back. My computer is stalling. Pardon me for that. But I wanted to talk about SOPs as well. And this is how to do a tutorial. Bear with me 1 second. Oh, okay. So I had first, you remember, it was CEO and then money management and marketing. Now, if you were to take come over to marketing and drop down, you could put 3 under there because you could have like this with telemarketing, got inbound, outbound, digital, online. That's another one. You could see someone could be in control, could be the same person, could be a different person on each one of those. So you don't have names there, but you know this is a duty and responsibility that you need. You need professional and community-based marketing. You need, so all of these things, and the same thing, guys, you go over to management, then you got operations, when you get money, you got admin, and you have accounts receivables, accounts payables, all of those things, but they fall under your org chart, and each one has a box so that it has all of the duties and so forth that has the standard operating procedures for that particular box. And who reports to that? Anybody that drops down. If your box is below this box, and that's who you report to. So, as I say, all of the assignments flow down and the reporting flows up. So when you are making assignments, everyone that's below you, and they report up to you. So all the reports will flow up to you. But this is very important. You got to have this if you're going to scale, because you can't move on unless you're there doing it. If you plan to step away, then you have to have all of these things in place. And you have to work on your SOPs, because that's standardizing. You have to standardize whatever it is you're going to do. And there's I put here this YouTube link, why SOPs, standardizing. So what are standards? If something is a standard, that is something that you have to live up to. A particular standard is something you want to live up to. So if you're standardizing something, you're making all of it at that level that it's acceptable. And people have to know it's written out. And it says standard operating procedures. Operate, how you're going to work. This is how we do it here. And these are our procedures. And this is how it's carried out here at our organization. So you have to have these things, and they have to be documented. And if you're going to do these things, you're going to have to spend some time, spend some money. I would say if you're going to do SOPs, hire a company that's professional that does SOPs. You take your group, you put them together, and every person that does something, let them write what it is. And then as a group, if there's several of them, if there are 2, 3 offices, if they're all back office assistants, if they mix a certain thing, this is how we do it. If this, so that every time you go to an office, it's not different. You walk in and they say, no, we do it like this here. And then you go to another one. That's why I can't understand sometimes how someone could go and buy a whole bunch of offices and everyone operates differently. And I know you probably can do it, and especially if it's a DSO and you're only doing these services. But from a dentist standpoint, I need everything standardized so that I know when I call office number 3, I want to know it's operating the same as office number 10. That way, if someone gets sick in office number 10, I can just call office number 3, which might be across a few minutes away, and ask Jane, can she go over there and work in that office? And it's no problem, because everybody does things the same, and they understand that. But the only way they do that, they have standard operating procedures, and they know who they report to once they go there. And it's going to be the same kind of thing. You're not reporting to everybody, you're reporting to the persons that are above you in that box. This, I'm telling you, this is business. This is when you start getting into real business and you start to scale, and you can bring in different professionals and do this thing and make it really work, and you can make money at doing this thing. Is this my last slide? This is quick today, but I'm telling you, it's so important. This one is very, very, very important. Don't get this one wrong. You gotta do this. And it's, like I said, it takes time and it takes money, but you have to get this right. You gotta spend some time, you gotta get some money. If you intend to scale, get some help and get your SOP and your org chart together. Give it some thought, work it out. Thank you, I'll talk to you soon.